Marissa. I miss you all so much. I hope you're doing well. Today for you, I have a short tutorial on character creation. So, some of you know this, some of you might not, some of you might need a brush up since we're at home in quarantine land. So here we go with some character creation tips. Okay, so what are the 3 actor tools? I think you know this. Body, voice, and imagination. So we are going to create characters using these 3 actor tools. Okay, so body. We have different, I'm gonna move back a little bit. We have different centers of gravity throughout our body and different places where we can lead, right? So I sometimes do an exercise called body centers where you could lead with your nose or your chest or your hips or your feet, right? Different places that you can lead from. So for the character that I'm creating, I'm going to pick a center of gravity, and then I'm also gonna pick a quality about how she moves. Oh, I just gave a little bit away about my character. She's a she. So a great way for us to explore our bodies is through character walks. So I'm gonna come to stage left in my little house theater here. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, great. And I'm gonna do a character walk. So I haven't told you who my character is yet. Can anybody guess? She is, drum roll please, Mrs. Lovett. That is the character I'm picking for this character creation video. So you, back to my Miss Marissa voice, you at home can pick any character you want, but I'm using Mrs. Lovett from Sweeney Todd as my example today. So back to stage left. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, Mrs. Lovett is old, so I'm gonna give her the quality of being in my knees and a little bit bent over in my back, and she's very smart. So she's gonna lead with her nose. Okay, so again, I've got bent in the knees, my back's a little bit over, and I'm leading with my nose. So I'm gonna just walk from this side of the room to the other as Mrs. Lovett. Here we go, exploring body for our character creation. Okay. What is that I smell? All right. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, yay. So try your character walk at home with whoever your character is. Okay, so check, we did our body, check. Now we need our, number 2, voice. So you've probably, that's a hard word to say in this accent. I'm using an accent as Mrs. Lovett. So, right, I'm changing my voice to become this character. If you would like to add an accent, maybe for some of my older friends, you could try that, right? A British accent, a New York accent, a Southern accent. Or if that feels too hard, you can even just explore with different parts of your voice. So you can explore with the range of your voice, right? From really low speaking to really high speaking, or somewhere in the middle, like my Miss Marissa voice is somewhere in the middle. And for Mrs. Lovett, she has a real sing-songiness to her voice, in addition to the British accent that she uses, the Cockney accent that she uses, which is a specific kind of British accent, Cockney. In addition to that, she has a bit of a sing-songiness, right? I lift in my voice a little bit, which is different than my normal Miss Marissa voice, which is a little bit more flat. So that's a combination of the range, right? The pitch of my voice and what you do with that pitch. Does it move up and down like in a song, or does it stay sort of flat? Other things to explore with our voice, tempo, right? Or that's a fancy word for how fast and how slow. So maybe I think that Mrs. Lovett, I think she talks pretty fast because she's pretty smart, right? We said that she leads with her nose and she's pretty smart. So when she's talking to Mr. Todd in Sweeney Todd, she's probably talking pretty fast, yeah? I think so. She's old, but she's smart. So that's my justification for why she speaks fast. But, back to my Miss Marissa voice, if you have a character who's maybe a little bit younger or has some other quality that would make them want to speak more slowly, right? Maybe if your character's confused. If Mrs. Lovett was confused, maybe she might talk more slowly, right? So, back to my normal voice. You can explore, again, with tempo, how fast or how slow your character talks, in addition to how low or how high their pitch is. and accents and all that. And there's so much to explore with voice, but those are my main tips. All right, so take out your invisible check marker. Here we go, check. We got body, check, voice, check. Okay, now, imagination, our third actor tool, imagination. How are we going to use our imaginations to create this character? Well, theater's all about imagination, right? I'm not really Mrs. Lovett. I'm Miss Marissa Barnathan. That's who I am. But I'm pretending with my imagination to become Mrs. Lovett. So I really have to jump into her shoes. Not literally, but metaphorically, right? So, okay. For our imagination, I like to do an activity called a character interview, okay? So I have 3 questions that we're gonna ask Mrs. Lovett. And if you create a character at home, you can ask your character or have somebody else ask your character these questions, or just, you know, play along with this video and you can answer them in your character. So first question, these are very simple and easy. First question is, what's your favorite food? So we're gonna ask Mrs. Lovett in a moment, what's her favorite food? Number 2 is, who do you like to hang out with? So who does she like to hang out with in her free time? And the third question in our character interview is, what are you really good at? So we'll ask Mrs. Lovett, what is something you're really good at doing? Okay? There could be so many different answers. So we're using our imagination for those 3 questions. What's your favorite food? Who do you like to hang out with? And what are you really good at? Okay? All right, so I'm gonna go get Mrs. Lovett. She's in the other room. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Oh, hello my little lovies. Hello, it's Mrs. Lovett from Sweeney Todd. How you doing there? I know this COVID-19 thing is real scary, but I'm just doing my best. So Miss Marissa told me I should answer some questions for you. So I think we got number 1 was my favorite food. Yeah, so here in England, we have a lot of different kinds of foods, but my absolute favorite, I bet you can guess this at home, is pies. I love pies. I particularly love pies with a little priest in them. Yeah, real tasty. All right, and the second question was, let's see. I'm pretty old, so it's hard for me to remember sometimes. The second question was about who I like to hang out with. Well, Mr. Todd, obviously. We hang out all the time. We're making pies and we're hanging out. He's, you know, pretty cute. And then I also like to hang out with Toby, my little assistant man named Toby. He's very nice. He helps me out in my pie shop. And there was a third question. Miss Marissa asked me a third question. I think it was something about what I'm really good at. I have to say, I'm really good at persuading people and kind of getting them to do what I want them to do and manipulating them. Oh, I know. I'm really good at it. You know, I did a lot with Mr. Todd and it kind of worked. So I'm just a smart cookie. Yeah, I'm really good at manipulating people. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been a great time, and I'm going to bring Miss Marissa back to end things off for you. See you later, little kiddos. Have a good time. Bye-bye. Oh, let's give a round of applause for Mrs. Lovett. Wow. I don't know about you, but I learned a lot. All right, that brings us to the end of our character creation video. Give yourself some virtual applause, or a pat on the back, or a round of applause. Amazing. So whether you played along at home with us and did the character walks for body and the different voices for voice, or the character interview for imagination, if you did it now, great. And if not, and you watch this whole video and now you feel inspired, I hope you can think of a character that you want to try out at home and use this character creation video with your actor tools to create that character. Yay! Well, thank you all so much. Again, my name is Miss Marissa, and I'm sending you my virtual love. Mwah. Bye-bye.